Wait, all I wanted you to stay in an eternal embrace, but it fills my heart with pain when you go away. La 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 la. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, DEFFINITY, DEVVE, daCat, SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Give me a sec. I was eating a 3-day-old bagel. It's not exactly part of the diet, but I had so much protein in it. I needed some carbs. And that's just what did it. Anyway, we have a bit to go over today. We have some news. Hot down here. Let's get this bread. I love this game. Okay. We had a hell of a day. What do we start with? DEVVE is the first thing coming up. Up 11.5% today. Let's take a look at why. Why is DEVVE up 12% on the day? Does it have anything to do with the real Randy Chavez video that came out earlier today? It does not. I made that video last night and I was supposed to release it this morning, and then the morning got busy and then the afternoon got busy, and then I'm in a meeting and my phone's blowing up. I was like, what the heck is going on? And then the guy I'm in the meeting with is in DEVVE, and he's just like, yeah, I just got a notification. DEVVE's at 50 cents. I was like, what? And then because I hadn't looked at it, I guess in like hours or all day. I knew it was at like 45, 46, whatever. And then it gets to 50. I was like, oh, okay. Now, obviously today was a really good day, but did it with 460 in volume. Now that volume is fairly recent because normally you have about 250. And before, maybe at about 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it wasn't at 460. It was at like 360. So it's like, okay, figure there's another 110, 120K in volume. So you gained about, maybe $5 million in market cap with only an extra 110, 120K in volume. So that's not a lot. That is a very small amount of volume, especially when you only have 10,100 holders, give or take. There's a lot more liquidity in here than there was last time. Last time it was like 300K. That was like 871K of liquidity. Granted, this is the liquidity over on Uniswap. The other places you can get it out. I don't know why I've been getting these ice pick headaches where I get like paralyzed for like 3 seconds. And anyway, fine now. You can also get it on MEXC, LA Token, Gate.io, and Hybit. I don't think, Hybit, there's like $3,000. I'm sorry, $8,000 in volume, so not a lot there. But everywhere else, MEXC, LA Token, 100K, 122K, Gate.io, 69,000 in volume. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. And then Uniswap 159. So there is other places to get it. It's not like daCat where it's just Uniswap. Granted, daCat's got a ton of liquidity there, nearing 600K. Freaking love it. We've had a buy of DEFFINITY too. Somebody just bought $1,100 worth. Anyway, why I had made the video, and a buddy of mine says like, Randy, we're not done packing our bags yet. And don't get me wrong, I'm a little bit salty as well because I was supposed to have money come in last week. It did not. And then on Monday, it's like, hey, I should have it today or tomorrow. Cool. On like Tuesday or Wednesday, it's like, hey, we hit a snag. We'll have it done today or tomorrow. I was like, okay. Now it's Thursday, and it's like, I don't know when this is going down. It's a small amount. I'm not gonna, but 10K. I was gonna have 10K go into DEVVE. I want to take a little for myself too. I want like an extra grand or two. Maybe delayed gratification is what's best, and I don't need it. And it's just like, okay, take none of it, Chavez. Just put it all in crypto. I'm just not a ton of money anyway. But yeah, it was much nicer if I could have gotten it at 42 cents as opposed to 50 cents. I think it went up to 52 cents at one point today. But that's what it is. I will go in and I'll let you guys know what I grab. But I did that video, and a couple of my friends like, well, why did you post this? I was like, Because if it goes up to 70 cents, then there's no way it could do like 1,000x. I mean, anything's still possible, but at 40-ish cents, yeah, 1,000x possible. Gets to a $40 billion market cap. But if I wait like a week until I buy that and then I release it and it's at like 70 cents, like, okay, now it's got to get to 70 billion, you know, to do 1,000x. And that's just, anything's possible. But even $40 billion market cap is a lot. But again, for that layer one blockchain, and again, what it's doing, it's no surprise to me that after they deliver on a lot of Q3 deliverables on their roadmap, and now we're in Q4, like, am I Doctor Strange in Avengers Infinity War? Because we're in the end game now. We are in the end game, and it's Q4. Maybe similar to what happened in Q3. Maybe not everything gets delivered in Q3, and it happens, you know, a couple days into Q4, like it did for the Q3 delivery. So for the Q4 deliveries on the roadmap, maybe not everything happens in Q4. Maybe a couple of things happen the first week or two of January. You know, I don't know, but they have been delivering pretty on key. We have a bunch of news from them that we have to go over. I think between yesterday and today. Oh, that's Definity. Okay, we can go over Definity a bit later. What do we have here? Thank you, Miss. Oh, I also have other news about Ethereum and daCat, and just there's a whole bunch of news today. Absolute. Tom Anderson says, I think contingent transaction sets is one of the great inventions in finance, alongside things like double entry bookkeeping, derivatives, credit cards, ETFs, etc. The idea that you can cryptographically sign a transaction with a contingency, i.e., if and only if I get X, will I send Y, is such a simple concept, but enormously powerful. It's like Doctor Strange, like it's a simple spell, but quite unbreakable. For the first time in history, two parties can exchange assets with no risk and with no middleman. Assure the validator level of a blockchain, that is huge. I could have sworn there was other things that I had to go over for DEVVE, but maybe it was maybe that was all from yesterday. Oh, what is this? Hang on. Nope, wrong one. Nope, deny. Here it is. DEVVE says, our new DEVVE digital white paper is now live on the website. Rather than presenting a deep technical spec, the goal of the paper is to clearly present the scope of our approach for an audience of institutions, regulators, and industry stakeholders. Articulating our vision to the audience is critical as we push into the final quarter of the year. Today's white paper explains where DEVVE Digital is headed, why the architecture differs from prior approaches, and how these components reshape liquidity, settlement, and compliance in digital markets. Inside, you'll find an overview of the pillars shaping our market infrastructure. There's self-custody, RWA, tokenization, mathematically instantaneous settlement, aka MIS, contingent transaction sets, aka CTS, fraud, theft, and loss protection, built-in compliance with institutional finance regulations. What's next? We're preparing detailed materials on CTS and MIS mechanics, validator incentives, and tokenomics. These will be released alongside audited benchmarks and regulatory disclosures as the DEVVE ecosystem expands later this year. The white paper represents the front door to our ecosystem for institutions and newcomers alike. DEVVE ecosystem expands later this year. I think that's really juicy. There is something that they had posted today as well, and there's a lot that was posted today from a lot of people. They say Q3 2025 roadmap update. This quarter was about laying foundations and delivering. From infrastructure to integrations, white paper to websites, the ecosystem is stronger than ever. Here's what we've achieved so far. Ecosystem foundation and testing. The first iteration of dev standards and test framework complete. System architecture with key partners defined. Solid groundwork in place. Evolving with compliance. And you have the dev network testnet launch. The DEVX API testnet ready for developers. All systems live and prepared for builders. Documentation and support channels are available now. And you have the dev white paper, a holistic overview of the ecosystem, updated utility model for DEVVE holders. And there's a new website that's live as well. It's devve.com and devve.exchange. Improved UX and clearer participation pathways, easy access for users, developers, and partners. There's institutional integration architecture, high-level architecture finalized, key partners identified, framework ready for future integrations, Now, the biggest partner, the exchange partner, they're going to take a minute. I'm going to say mid-December, but we'll see. Q3 delivered. The ecosystem is live, foundations are set, and we're ready to scale. Q4 will be about growth, integrations, and bringing even more builders into DEVVE. Stay tuned. A lot has been announced. So I'm again very excited about it. That's DEVVE. Let's do DEFINITY here before we get on to other stuff. DEFINITY's up 3% at 2.2 cents. And I had something else that I wanted to go over. It was not you. Is it this? All right, so there was a survey conducted in September revealing that 67% of fund managers have zero allocation to digital assets, which is wild to me. For now, Bank of America's survey highlights a wide gap. While crypto markets trade in the trillions, professional fund managers remain largely on the sidelines, maybe waiting for the rate cuts. Manu said, so in summary, DEFINITY enables TradFi institutions to access digital assets, trading using existing TradFi infrastructure of bank credit lines. There are over 3,000 fund managers that manage between $100 million to $1 trillion and have a combined assets under management of $130 trillion. Currently, they're unable to access the spot crypto market because their asset allocators have mandated that they only trade with investment-grade counterparties, i.e. those firms with credit ratings. Our partner, investment bank, has a AA credit rating and $1.5 trillion balance sheet. We're able to execute crypto and crypto trades, fiat on and off, and fiat-to-fiat deliverable FX. These are just some of the factors that make us unique. Again, really, really liking DEFINITY here. I had actually a meeting with Manu the other day. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Before the end of the year, you'll see the company behind the token do $1 million a month. You'll see some utilities for it. You'll see a lot more volume. You might even see a little bit of the liquidity get even better. Oh God, I love this game. But again, that might take a couple months. I wouldn't expect that right away. There's a buddy of mine texting me before about DEFINITY, and he's into DEVVE and OMI as well. And I told him that I think OMI is going to run first. I'll tell you why in a minute. Again, with all that OMI's doing in VeVe, they do in the 6 figures per month, but they have a lot more to pay for than DEFINITY does. DEFINITY's margins are better than VeVe's, and VeVe's got a 90-something million market cap, and DEFINITY has a $3.3 million market cap. So, yeah, I'm going to say a lot of upside. I don't want to say nothing's guaranteed. Anything can go to zero with little to no notice. But one of these is going to pop first. I happen to think it's going to be OMI. Tell you why in a minute. For right now, we have 7K in volume on DEFINITY. There's only $130,000 in volume. I'm sorry, only $130,000 in liquidity. That is split directly evenly between DEFINITY and Ethereum. $3.4 million market cap. They really do need to fix that before. But you have people that want to ape in like 50K and they can't because there's no liquidity. Now, granted, there is a little bit more. There's another option. Like, you don't have to just go there. You can go to MEXC and Pancake Swap. I don't know how much. Oh, most of the volume is not on MEXC though. Most of the volume is on Uniswap, which is wild. But yeah, they're going to need to fix that liquidity. And they need more volume. They need more marketing. Marketing will solve the volume, solve the liquidity and marketing. Once they do that, again, end of the year maybe. So daCat is really awesome because you have so much liquidity there. But it's kind of a double-edged sword, because if you want to buy 10K worth, it's not really going to, it might affect the price a couple, 2%. But if you're to drop 10K on DEFINITY, it's going to pump it like 15%. Because again, there's not a lot of liquidity in there. There is for daCat. So if you have a bunch of these institutions, if you have a bunch of these banks that DEFINITY works with, and you start seeing some bombs being dropped on DEFINITY, it could squeeze in the best way and get to 50 cents pretty quickly. I mean, 10 cents we're kind of looking at first, right? I guess we're at 2.2 right now. So again, really, really low. I should really get more. I'll probably try to get more. Anyway, that's DEFINITY. Let's do daCat. daCat having a not that great of a day. It's only up 1%. 1.3 thousand in volume. I could have sworn it would be up more because because Ethereum's up a bit. Let me check what Ethereum's doing here real quick and see why the disconnect. I think ETH's up like 4%. Oh, it's up 2%, 4,400. It was up at 45 at one point. I mean, it was down to 4,300 at one point, up to 45. Now, again, I don't know why the market is decided to wait until October 1st to send it. Is it the shutdown? Is it October? Combination of both? I don't know. Posting anti. Literally was told I had. Oh my god. My friend's stories are wild. Okay, let me get to some comments here real quick. Arcturus says, I'm here for 50 Cent and David U karaoke. daCat in the house. What's going on, everybody? Meow, 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 meow. In SHIRO, we trust. Howdy, howdy. I'm going to go over SHIRO after daCat because I love my kitties. Kitties do great. Meow, 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 meow. Anyway, going over daCat here. We had a space today for the first time in a while. We're going to start doing weekly spaces. Yeah, 590K in liquidity here, $2.5 million market cap. Talking with a buddy of mine today about that. I was like, hey, what's like one of the next safest things? You could put in 50K in daCat and you could sell 50K in daCat. You can't sell 50K. You try to sell 50K in DEFINITY, you might get like 25K worth, but selling 50K in daCat, do that real easy. Because again, there's a lot of liquidity here. But and these are, guys, go watch that trailer. It's in my videos. It's so good. Comic is so good. I can't wait for people to read it. I mean, we're not done with it's written. It's been written for months, but the editing has been insane. Lot of work still. It'll probably be a couple months before it's done yet. We're paired with ETH, so really whatever happens with Ethereum happens with the token, and you have like the top 60%, like 25, maybe top 30 wallets control like 60% of the supply, but they're all, I don't want to say under the illusion, but they're all locked in, thinking that this will be a multi-billion-dollar market cap, and I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it can be, because these memes tend to take a life of its own. Not that it's just a meme, it's a legit business behind it, but it'll get to 10 million, just from what the core of us can do ourselves. And nobody believed me when it was 400K, and done a 6x since then. It's just another 4x to that. And because it's paired with Ethereum, I know I've said before, I think Ethereum go to 7 to 9K, maybe it touches 10. But there's a buddy of mine that deals with a lot of banks, and these banks are still going to trade Bitcoin. They're still going to, buy and sell that. That's not going to change. But the amounts of money that is going to go into that is going to be less, because a lot of these big institutions are going to be rebalancing into Ethereum. It's going to be a wild couple of months. I think it's going to be ridiculous. I think the momentum is going to swing Ethereum to 12 to 15K. And even at 12K, that's like a 3x from here. daCat 7.5 million, but that's without any extra volume on top of that. The liquidity in daCat will be over $1 million, which, God, that's so freaking cool. I can't wait for that. And it's not like liquidity is like, okay, it's there, but how long is it there for? Can you rug out? Like, the liquidity's locked for 997 years. And we have a new website that just came out. We have another bit of news. I don't know when we're going to release that news. It'll be this month. Like, it might even be within the next 2 weeks. We'll release a bit of news like, oh, that's really cool. Good for you guys. I can't wait for that. That the Kaz is get yourself to daCat.fun and bookmark it. Yeah, I was just talking about that. daCat.fun is the new website. Very sleek, very awesome. There's alpha hidden everywhere. There'll be alpha in the books. Kuma saying, "What up, fam? What up, fam? What up, gangsta?" Sorry, I did. David knows 50 Cent somehow, so that's fun to know. Richard Samuel, what's going on? The number's that 43? 53. Gold, silver logo. Heck yeah, can't wait for the party next week. Is it? It's a week from. I will be there a week from today in New York. We're gonna get that bread. I have a meeting on that Wednesday night. I have that Thursday. I don't think. Okay, we have a lot of stuff we have to take a look at. I don't get there until like 4. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything Thursday night. Friday night's the party, and I think Saturday I leave. Might stay till Sunday. Nah, I'm probably gonna. There's so much stuff over there. Star Wars drop on that Saturday, although I leave at like midday. I'm just gonna stay up on that Friday. Stafford the Cat reposted the stream. My man. Thank you. Far too kind. Let me do something here real quick. Oh my gosh, why is my okay? I'm gonna have to. How do you do with the things that you do? Don't ever keep up with you. That is Cascada, by the way. Gotta love Cascada. Put you over there. Yeah. Connor, my man, how's it going? Zaffer says delayed gratification is best. I agree. But just from what Ethereum is going to do, the cat will go to 7.5 million, and that's not including the rest of the people that are going to ape in. Granted, there's a few people that I know that won't ape in until 10 million, but there'll be a few once that comic sells out. So, guys, I will let you know right now. Yeah. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The partner statue is one of the most important NFTs, I think, in the world. And I'm not saying that just because I have one and daCat has one in their assets under management. I'm saying that because Disney is one of the. You'd have to go to an uncontacted tribe to not know who Mickey Mouse is. Like, you'd have to have one of those uncontacted tribes, and heck, even the tribes in Australia, the Aboriginals, they know who Mickey Mouse is. Uncontacted tribe in Indonesia, or what was that tribe that just like got arrested in like Scotland, and they knew English somehow? That was insane. And they're going for like $1,400 per, partner statue NFT. The VeVe secret rare logo, the VeVe gold and silver logo, these are going for like 5,700. That's like 4 times what the partner statue is going for. Guys, I guarantee you, the executives at Disney all know about that. What happens and I've gotten offers before from bigger comic companies, not Marvel, but from bigger comic companies saying like, "Hey, we could, like sponsor daCat for you." Oh, what does that mean? We can, you don't have a publisher, you're it's like, how are you getting on VeVe? Their comic curator program. Okay, well, we could help, market for you. We can go in and if you go in under, and I'm just gonna make up a company. Let's say it's Jocko, right? Jocko Mulk. We're gonna be like, yeah, Jocko Mulk represents daCat, and we could help market for you. I just straight up told him, like, sir, if it's on VeVe, there is no better way to market than just through me. They wanted to go in and take some of the profits or take ownership of the company for like those. And then granted, there was other things like, we can get you into physical comic book stores, and we have, and I'm sure they could, although physical stuff tends to be dying quite a lot. Not that we're not going to do physical books, we will, but we're going to do it in our own way. They're going to be very limited. They're going to be very, very scarce. There's going to be less than 500 of them for the physical ones. And even the digital ones at 2025, 2026 mints, that's going to be yeah, that's going to be pretty easily sold out, in my opinion. Once we and whether we go out on a Wednesday, where it's in the same day as a Marvel comic, you know, they have the new comics come out every Wednesday, or it's a random drop on VeVe on a Saturday, whatever it is. This is the whatever it comes out next to, it will sell out. It will sell out all of the other comics that come out that week. I don't care if it's from Bad Idea, Image, Dynamite, Marvel, Disney. It does not matter. daCat will sell out, or it will outsell every other comic book company that week on VeVe. And guys, I'm not gonna lie. That is when I'm expecting people to go in and really say, like, hey, how can we buy part of daCat? And I'll direct a good amount of them to the token. Anywho, One Ton Wonton says, Giga Randy, what's up? Giga Chad. Meow 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 meow. Okay, where was I? Ernest Coe says, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going, Ernest? My man that I don't know, that bought the Miles Morales secret rare for like 8K. I was like, oh my god. So Sergio, you guys know Sergio. Sergio had his secret rare Miles Morales out for like 8K for OMI, was bought, and I found the account as Ernest over there, and I was like, oh, that's, you know, interesting. Cool. You know, I thought it was a cool data point. And then I realized, like, oh, I see why he did it. It's because that got Ernest to like the #2 spot in the Ecomi reward system. And he was able to get some of that OMI back. I was like, that was one of the biggest brain moves that I've ever seen. And now, again, the logo's at 5,700. You'd actually get it cheaper at like 16 million OMI, which is like 5,200. So you could actually get it cheaper than that on Stacker. So not bad, not bad. Articles, very good, very good. Do 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 do. Sorry. Let me take a look at Miles' secret rare, because I don't know if that's. There's so many comics. Okay, hold on. Collectible. Apply. There we go. How many? And now it's pretty much 10,000 for this. $10,000 for one. You can do 27.7 million OMI, which is 9,100. So you can get a little bit of a discount. Get like $800 discount there, but still. Anyway, let's do some OMI here, because that's what I feel like y'all are here for. So we're up 0.9%. We're up 1%. It's pretty flat on the day. We did have a little bit of a spike down there, and then it's right back down since then. The volume for it, we've consistently had really good volume, 8 to 10 million every day for like the last week. We're at 8.7 right now, million in volume, $90 million market cap. Where does it go from here? Anyone's guess. I do know a couple of people that are buying. The people that I know are buying I don't think are responsible for those crazy spikes up for these. Again, the people that I know, I don't think are accounting for millions in volume per day. It's possible that maybe they get 6 figures on a given day, but not the millions per day. Again, I don't know where this is coming from. I mean, we could see where it's coming from. I think half of it's at like Deepcoin. Deepcoin's 54% of the volume, 4.8. But where's OKX? OKX has only 162,000 in volume. Disregard. I was about to say, like, see, OKX has millions of volume, and there's definitely no bots there, but it's only 162,000 in volume. 1.3 and 1.1 million from Gate.io and BingX, and BingX is on base, I think, right? Oh no, it says USDT. Okay. How much is on Uniswap? Does it even say? It does not say. All right, Uniswap. Oh, 400K. That's actually not bad. I was expecting a little less. Not bad at all. Yeah. Sapper the cat says the cat will one day be $100 billion asset. How could something be worth 100 billion? Obviously, crypto is a way to take a couple billion, sure. You'd have to get it to be one of the most popular things in the world. And don't get me wrong, it's a great story, and I think we could maybe get on Netflix. Because again, it's really good. We would need voice actors. We would need it's Netflix, and then we could have movies made out of it. Because Netflix is one thing, comics and anime are one thing, but movies are yeah. And this is what we're doing: we're making the comic or manga first, then you do an anime, and then you do movies. And yeah, I could probably do movies. I could definitely write them. Because honestly, even these books that like this is going to be an 80-page book, the first one. That could easily be, and we're taking out a lot of stuff too. That could easily be like 3 or 4 episodes each in this book, in this one book. Like a 20-minute, like the fight scene itself, like the big battle at the end. Spoiler, is going to be a big battle at the end. That could take an entire episode in itself. Maybe 2, because like there's some speeches there, bro. And there's some stuff that's been added in that I haven't even looked at yet because we're just busy editing the first stuff. I want to say 100 billion is a lot, and sure, something could get there if you're again just take over the world in decades. If you take over the world, and the crypto goes crazy and money goes crazy, and but I'm gonna set my expectation for this bull run a bit lower than that. But one day, I mean, let's get to 1 billion first. I think that's a good goal. I mean, my first tiny goal is 10 million, and the cat will probably go to some places that it shouldn't. This bull run, I don't know where or when that is. We're gonna keep on doing it, keep on going hard. Anyway, that's how serious we are. We are very serious. Looking forward to Hong Kong Decon. Okay, so yeah, let's go over that real quick. We've got, where's David Yu here? David Yu, our main man with 44,000 followers over on X. He hasn't followed anyone new recently. Gundam card game is most recent, followed by Roblox, Webtoon, Pokemon. Anything else here we haven't really, like we've all seen before. Nah, I say if he ever follows Harry Potter, I'm like, oh, but not yet, not yet. Anyway, oh shoot, I gotta go back to David Yu. Some guy named Death Bunny had said VeVe's latest music artist, and it says 50 OMI, get Pokemon or die trying. I thought it was funny. And David did too. He said, you must have been following me, because David just posted a picture with 50 Cent, and they look like they're happy. They look like they're in conversation. I don't know what David's got under his, oh, that's the lady's backpack. Okay, never mind. I thought David had like a balloon animal under his arm. I was like, oh, it's a lady's backpack. Anyway, oh, can I see where they are? It's a United Airlines flight. Anyway, I just thought that was really cool. Probably just a random run in at there. I didn't think 50 flew commercial. I didn't think David flew commercial, but I guess they are. Yeah, really cool. Are we gonna get music? Are we gonna get 50 Cent? Are we gonna get, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we get. Again, really dope. And is that a new photo? I think that's a new photo from when I saw it. Yeah. I also can't really see what David's hat says. It does have a 50 hat. Like it's a 50 at the end of it, but I don't know if it's like a 50-cent hat. I don't think it is. But either way, still really cool. Let's talk about what's the next stuff. Sarah said daCat will be a household brand. One day I think so. Listen, Disney's always has something that is it always has something that is not that their PRs, yeah, not great. Doesn't mean that it's still not an awesome company. Granted, the woke stuff that Marvel and Disney's been putting out is god awful, but again, they're still Disney. I don't think that's not gonna change for a while. The Penguin. All right, so I'm gonna. Why is DMC removed from your title? Quick money grab. No. All right. So first off, fuck you for phrasing it like that. Second off, no. DMC paid me to sponsor the channel for a couple months. The sponsorship has ended, but that doesn't mean that it's again. We'll go over DMC right now just to lay to rest any doubt on what the company is. And I was telling a buddy about it yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday about DeLoreans. Like, okay, they have an innovative system of hey, you have this NFT, you can grab a new DeLorean. This is your reservation spot. But you can also buy and sell your reservation spots with the DeLorean, the DMC tokens. Like, oh, that's really cool. So that is pretty innovative, and it is a brand that everyone seems to know and love from Back to the Future. And 9 million in volume, $12 million market cap. Ow, I just cracked my. Okay. I think this is pretty low compared to what the price could be in alt season in a blow off top. It's not one of those, oh, we have the best memes, best community. It does have a good community, 150,000+ followers over on X. And Sui is really pushing DMC because like there's not a ton that's built on Sui that is actually good. Like I think Lofi's built on there. I think Toilet Club is on there, and it's like, okay, I get it. That's they're fun memes, and I know the people behind the Toilet Club, and that's cool. I don't know the people behind Lofi. I assume they're cool as well. But again, there's not really a ton of legit businesses on Sui, so they're really bending over backwards to kind of to push DeLorean. And I think in a blow off top, this goes to $100+ million market cap, over an 8x from here. So I told them, I was like, listen, they paid me for it. I haven't sold because I think that'd be silly. One, I don't need the money. Like I don't need to like sell it for whatever. I can keep it, and because it's not worth a lot right now. I could keep it, and then when it does a 20x, it goes to $240 million market cap. I was like, okay, then it might be worth to sell, and I could do something with that money. But the amount of money that I have right now, and it is pretty pointless. Anyway, Omar reposting the stream. My man. Yeah, my man. Yeah, my man. Penguin saying that the cat trailer and voice is clearly AI generated. It is. But the comic is from a legit award-winning artist, and the script is from me. But yeah, the trailer, because again, it's a comic. Like the comic's not gonna have moving parts in it. But if we get greenlit for a show like a Netflix series or some type of anime, what you saw in that trailer is what it would look like. And again, the voice that song, that's just a rap that I don't know who wrote that. ChatGPT, Grok, I don't know. So you have to ask daCat Studios. daCat Studios is the brain behind the trailer. He actually had a job offer from that. I was like, pretty cool, pretty heckin' cool. But in the show, that is what it would look like. Omar saying, good evening, Omar. How's it going? Yeah. That what daCat says. daCat only shoots for the stars. Yes, we will make it globally popular. I think we can too. Again, the story is great. The art is great. you have a lot of stuff going for it, and the utility behind the NFTs on the biggest. So on the cat space before, I was like, listen, guys, hang on one second. Don't ignore me for 2 hours and then just call me daddy. Okay, fine. You can call me daddy. I was, yeah, so on the daCat space before, I was talking, I was like, there's no, what's that Faith Hill song? Is it Faith Hill? There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Oh, ooh, I love the way you love me. daCat, we could go on any blockchain. We can go on any, like if we wanted, we could go on Cryptoys. If we wanted, we could have gone on to maybe like a candy type thing. We go into wherever we want, but that would be silly because every other place that tries to do what VeVe does winds up failing or getting acquired or both. And if you want to go and get spread your IP and get it around to as many eyes as possible, that's going to be VeVe. If you want to do it digitally, it's going to be VeVe. And anything that is not VeVe is going to be a distant second place, and it's not going to be as big a success as it would be. On what? Hang on 1 second. I have to. Get a new one. Why is my PayPal? Okay. Anyway, so the cat's in probably the best position that it could be right now. Where does it go? When does it really start to run? I'd give it a couple months. Now again, back in April it was 400K. Now it's 2.5 million. So it's clearly had a decent run already, but I think that's just the beginning, in my opinion. The cat doesn't like to set limits to ourselves. It's very true. Very true. Anyway, let's go over some of the news here. What was the last time I went over some news? Did I do September's? I did. Fed rate cut odds for October hit 90%, bullish for markets. Real Zero Legacy, his new name is Dr. Gold, because Dr. Gold has 10 gold, silver, VeVe logos. I have 3, and 3 is a lot. 10 is absolutely bananas. So shout out to him for getting that, because that's just incredible. All right, we'll get to some more of these comments real quick. JKRB, give me those thumbs up. What up? Planet Fanfires, Death Bunnies, AI memes are often hilarious. They are. Ironman616 reposting this stream. Good evening. See you in New York Comic Con. I'll see you all there. Can't wait, baby. You have Jeff Harry GPT saying, by the way, do you still see Bitcoin over 444,000 on November 8th or August 11th, 2026? Josh Mandel says November 8th, which sounds insane. I actually have to message him real quick. Josh, buddy of mine that works with a bunch of big banks says they're rebalancing to ETH. Maybe I should ask this publicly. What's the last thing he posted? 7 hours ago. I don't need to. Next time. Breaking as of October 1st, 5 a.m., $206 million in shorts were liquidated in 60 minutes. That was insane. Gary O at 1234CA3 has said, latest action figure Star Wars comic just dropped. Of course, it's a secret rare. Only 40 of these bad boys, and VeVe keeps 10. That is insane. Good for him for getting that secret rare. 17 billion of USDT sent wallet to wallet each day, up 130x since 2020. 1inch rebrands to reflect broader mission uniting DeFi and global finance. And Metaplanet acquires an additional 5,268 Bitcoin. Total holdings reach 30,823 Bitcoin. They now hold 30,823 Bitcoin, worth $3.5 billion. Donald Trump Jr. says crypto will preserve US dollar dominance. Agreed. Kaki Gaijin has reached #1 on Stacker World as of October 1st. He said, suck it. Suck on my #1. Dude, I love him so much. He's so great. Okay, Robert Baggs says, if Bitcoin is at $4,444,000 in 37 to 39 days from now, I will dedicate my life to Lord Josh Mandel. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I want to plant the flag. Josh says, it's important to note that we don't actually need to collectively spend $6 trillion to reprice an asset to $6 trillion market cap. Event-driven repricing happens through a simultaneous shift in both the supply curve and the demand curve, where Haiku Smile says, as various entities dump over 6 trillion plus into Bitcoin to get it 444, I will be looking forward to land to purchase a future Josh Mandel Library Research Bitcoin Mining Center. That'd be awesome. Bill Gardner says, what did I miss? Well, it's been 46 minutes, Mr. Bill Gardner. You might have missed a little bit. Also, I didn't put in my notes the calories of my last meal, which were 30 grams protein, so 1050, 1130 is my total count. But then I had the 47. Okay, honestly, that bagel was probably like 400 calories. So I'm at 1530. Okay, so at 1530 calories for the day, 147 grams of protein, and that was done at 2000 hours. I'm probably at like 11. Yeah, 11. I'll have it like my last meal of the day. That'll make it a good. Oh, I just played some pickleball, then crushed some tacos. I had some taco meat before too. It was very good. Very good. Oh, Miss Gecko giving me the requote. Gotta love you, Miss Gecko. Thank you, Bae. I think she's married. She's not my real Bae, but you know, I call everyone Bae. Who commented on this? Walter James talking about SHIRO saying, "Are you ready?" Oh yeah, we didn't go over SHIRO yet. My bad. My B. And SHIRO we trust. I forgot. Oh, it was my B. Oh, down 3.5% on the day. 2.7 million, but still 363,000 in volume. $2.77 million market cap. Not bad, kids. Not bad. All right, DEVVE's back down to 49. Keep going down, boys. Keep going down. Let me get that. Oh God, let me buy in cheaper, please. I don't think it goes back down to like 42. I don't think I'll get that lucky, but maybe 44, 45. But I have the money yet. Once I get it, I'll buy a little bit, but and then I'm gonna have to wait, see what it does. Give me 1 second here. Post. Oh Jesus. Oh, double Jesus. And be like, you're smaller. Oh my God. Big time. Thought everything was good. Oh Jesus. That is hysterical though. Anyway, where was I? Oh, love pickleball. I haven't been able to play because my back, but maybe soon. Elon Musk announces Grokpedia to take over Wikipedia using XAI and human knowledge. Who else will use Grokpedia over Wikipedia? I don't know. All right, Token 2049 has been finishing up. Not too many people know about VeVe or Ecomi. Yeah, Ernest there telling them about Disney, Marvel, showed people the Spider-Man, Todd partner statues, and they were kind of shocked and surprised that something like that exists. At the end of the day, once VeVe and Ecomi get a little more marketing out there, which I suspect will be before the end of the year, there'll be a bunch of people come flooding in. Also, on Coinbase, anyone can buy OMI, except for people that made accounts when they were in New York. But outside of that, anyone can buy it. $9.3 trillion company Vanguard is considering offering crypto products to its clients. I did not think they needed to do that. I thought they were doing that already. As of yesterday at 10:16 a.m., $330 million worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum shorts were liquidated in 24 hours. October rate cut as of October 1st at 100%. That's bananas. Okay, cool. Longest. The government has been shut down for a couple days now. When will it not be shut down? I don't know. We shall see. As of 11:58 a.m. yesterday, $120 billion was added to the crypto market. Good start to Pumptober. Uptober, baby. Let's go. Is hi, Randy. Abe for the win again. First one here. Glad you just started. Guys, I get tired of winning. Abe, I thought you had a couple of days off. Why are you here 51 minutes late? Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce? There's a Batman cartoon. I know there's like dozens of them, but there's a recent Batman cartoon. I think Kaylee Cuoco's Harley Quinn. Joker has Batman like tied up, takes off the mask like, Bruce Wayne, I ordered a Wayne electric vehicle car 2 years ago. Wayne Enterprises promised it by this last Christmas. And he slaps him. Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce? Slaps him again. Oh my God, such a good scene. Such a good scene. What's up, Abe? Eddie Brown, hi. Meow. Whale. Steel. All right, sorry. Where are we at here? We're going back. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I've been in a caloric deficit every day with the exception of September 17th. So every day since August 30th was my last day where I was fat. I mean, I'm still fat, but I am working to correct that mistake. Wonton says, what do you think of Zcash? Bitcoin with encryption? Is that really necessary? Let's take a look. Zcash. Oh, up 14% on the day. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, it's a number 71. This does not have a lot of room to move because it's a $2.2 billion market cap already. And I don't know. You could probably buy it everywhere you can. You can buy it everywhere. But it's up 228% over the last 30 days. Let's see the last. Oh, dude. The time to buy would have been a month or two ago. I would say like 2 months ago was the best time to buy. Yeah. There's nothing. 35, August 19th. Yeah. The best time to buy would have probably been August 19th at $35. Now it's 135. You know, almost a 4x there. I don't see. And again, could it keep going? Sure. But even over the max, like April 13th, 2024, could have got it for $20. But outside of that, maybe March of this year, $32. But at that point, just wait until August 19th, get it 35. And again, could it keep going? This would do a 4x from here, get to an $8.8 billion market cap. I just don't know what does it do here, right? Unstoppable private money. It's Bitcoin with encryption. Like, why does it need it though? Why does it need encryption on that? Still don't know what a Zcash is, and at this point I'm afraid to ask. Just pretend you have a bag so everyone thinks you're an OG. Bitcoin but secret. All right, how much does the owner of address hold? As the latest available data, the Bitcoin address holds a very small amount of Bitcoin, probably like $54. What about the Zcash owner of the Zcash address is a shielded address due to Zcash's privacy features. Balances and transaction histories for shielded addresses are not publicly visible on the blockchain. Therefore, it's not possible to determine the holdings of this address without access to its private viewing key. For big whales, I could see that. Okay, I could see the use case for it. Big whales and spies, and less than reputable people doing less than reputable things, but obviously super reputable people as well. 29,000 followers, not bad. We go to the Telegram. Someone, oh God, please answer the CAPTCHA above. Wait, there's the CAPTCHA. If you're not GPT, you must. If you are a GPT, you must not reply. If you are not a GPT, answer the following. Do you know the current price? Yeah, it's 135 on CoinGecko. Yeah. Okay, cool. I answered. Can I? Okay, there we go. Hey friends, I am. Someone mentioned y'all on my stream. Period. Interesting tech. Is someone from the team able to come on the show and talk about it? Question mark. Meow meow meow. Because yeah, that is interesting. Doctor of Stuff, where are you today? Nobody's bullish enough on OMI. I think me and Crypto Rain and Dr. Stuff and Crypto Cosmo, I think we're bullish enough on OMI. But yeah, we definitely would want to get more people more bullish. Bumper has not answered any of my messages in this year, I don't think. Same with Crypto Rain. What do we got here? They are at a $218,000 market cap with $100 in trading volume. That is not a lot. Apparently, it's still alive, but you know. Do we still think 200, 500x for DEVVE? Yes. I just made a video today talking about how it could do a 1,000x from yesterday's prices at 42 cents. That would give us a $40 billion market cap. Is that what's actually going to? Is that what's actually going to 200, 500x for DEVVE? Is that what's actually going to happen? I mean, maybe in a blow off top at some point next year. This year, I don't know. I think by the end of this year, as long as the exchange partner is announced and the exchange is rolled out, you get a couple dollars. I'd say like $2 to $4 by the end of this year. But what happens when alt season really takes off and people start using the exchange? They start generating a lot of money. I think at that point, you can go in. I think at that point, you can be able to go in and justify like a $20 DEVVE to a $40 DEVVE. $40 is 100x from where it was yesterday. But again, that blow off top, like how big does it get? I don't know. We'll see. Mega Boss Twins, Naval, Edward Snowden, Grayscale, Barry Silbert, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, Vitalik ETH, etc. is all backing it. They're all back. Oh, Zcash, I bet anyone that's super powerful that doesn't want to know how much money they have. Like, so you get to people that are like millionaires or 100,000aires, and there's like, they want to buy a flashy car, they want to buy a house, and it's like, yeah, they're technically millionaires, they have these assets, and they're, but they have some debt. They have, they're not really liquid for a lot of stuff. They have a little bit of money. They have like money, they have assets, but wealth, like real wealth, you wouldn't be able to tell. They probably drive a modest car. They probably dress modestly, and they're worth billions of dollars. You have people that try to put on airs that are, they want people to think that they have either more money than they have, or they want to think they're doing well. But then you have the super, super duper epic rich people that want to be unassuming, because that just, more money, more problems. You have people that want to be in your network or be friends with you just because of what you can do for them, or be with you in a loving manner relationship because of what you can do for them. So these guys probably just be like, hey, hide my stuff. There are people that are going to want to do bad things to me, make me a target. So yeah, hiccups. Yeah, I guarantee you they would all back it. What is the Telegram? Have you downloaded Zashi already? I have not. I have not. Wanted to get someone on so I could tell my audience about it. Girl. Dude, girls are so crazy. Let the record show. Jason Pena's Yankees tied it up last night. Wild card. Oh, yeah. When does that game's on, right? Yankee game. Nothing. End of the third inning. It'll be the top of the fourth really, really soon. Boston's up. Not exactly the top of the lineup, but close to it. One Ton Wonton says, what do you think of Collect? I bought some at $18,000 market cap. Let's go to Pump Fund and let's see the last time they had streamed and all that. We're gonna talk about Collect. Oh, they're at a $37,000 market cap right now. Okay. We're gonna go to their bro. That's wild that in creator rewards they earned over $11,000 already. That's incredible. When was the last time they streamed though? Okay, going to Collect here. Oh, they streamed today. They streamed 6 hours ago. For an hour and a half. They streamed a day ago for over 2 hours. And an hour and a half 2 days ago. All right, so they're going on and they're streaming all the time. So they're earning this. If they can continue to rack this up, and it becomes something where they're making money, which they've made over 11 grand with it so far. That's good. They had a wicked spike up, went down like a triple bottom there, and maybe that's a good base for them. And now, who knows where it goes. I hope it breaks through. It's a lot easier to take something seriously when it's $1 million market cap versus 40K. But I hope they continue and they pull it off. My token, DashiDo, only has a $10,000 market cap. But I would like to say that the DashiDo comic, DDOO, is being written, and it will also appear on VeVe. It'll be presented by daCat Chronicles. So I think it's got a good shot of doing pretty okay. Anyway, where are we? We have some more stuff to go over. Trump to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping in 4 weeks. Count them 4 weeks. The U.S.-China deal, I think, will be really bullish. DEVVE, thank you for sharing. Ecomi post, did you know that OMI isn't just a token? It fuels VeVe official by enabling purchases of digital collectibles, powering token burns to reduce supply, unlocking features like MCP and daily seasonal rewards, and more. In short, OMI equals the fuel behind digital collecting. Watcher Guru says Elon Musk is the first person in history to pass 500 billion in net worth. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Putin has that. I'm pretty sure there's some Saudi people that have that. I don't think Elon's the first person to do that. People on TikTok saying that they're going to go to old folks' homes and showing rich old white men with Alzheimer's their family photos generated by AI so they can inherit their wealth. That is insane. But that is what the younger folk are doing. Everyone comment F down below to pay respects to Jane Goodall. Absolute treasure, absolute icon. Why can't the Steve Irwins and the Jane Goodalls of the world live forever? Also, speaking of Irwins, Robert Irwin, I assume y'all know back in the day I was a dancer. And when I tell you that I've seen women go wild, right? I've seen them act feral. But never have I ever seen women act more feral than the last couple of days where Robert Irwin rips his shirt off, revealing his 8-pack and his arms and his chest. The amount of TikToks that I've seen where women are screaming at their TV. And again, I've seen similar things like that before. Desperate Housewives at the strip club, bachelorette parties at the strip club, but they're still like in public, and I know it's like a, it's a dimly lit place and nobody knows them there, but these women are like, I will tell you this. I've had a woman, it's only happened once, but I've had women legit send me their fertility cycle. Like they send me a Snapchat of their fertility cycle and say like, and that is nothing compared to the absolute pandemonium, the absolute chokehold that Robert Irwin has over the women of this world. It is insane. Shout out to you, Robert, the most eligible bachelor in the world right now. Godspeed, sir. Godspeed. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Anyway, let's move on here. Monthly leaderboard update from Ecomi. The very first monthly leaderboard has officially wrapped up. Our team is carefully reviewing eligibility and rewards to make sure everything is accurate and fair. Once complete, we'll release the final results and distribute rewards as quickly as possible. Thank you for your patience, and huge congrats to everyone who took part. Stay tuned. How much OMI will be given out? What is that value going to be worth? I would say that value could be worth, what would they give out? 30K worth over the last couple of days? That 30K that they just gave away is probably going to be worth 300,000 before the end of the year. You heard that correct? I think that we reach 003 for the end of the year. Maybe we don't, but I think we have a good shot. Ben Chris says, crikey, danger. Crikey, mate. Love you, Steve Irwin. Miss you. Writing to you, not to tell you that I still hate you. Remember Good Charlotte? Just to ask you how you feel and how we fell apart. God, Good Charlotte had such a chokehold on me back in the early 2000s. Oh, Stacy. Oh, my friends. Oh, my other friend. Oh, God. These are all right. So also, I mentioned that the other day. Bullish will launch Bitcoin options trading on October 8th with top-tier consortium trading partners. Very good. Lorelei, okay, it's also very good. $2 billion USDT was minted on October 1st at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The markets do be going higher, though. They do be going higher. Made a video on the DEVVE digital white paper. On this day, 5 years ago, Trump got COVID, and I made a status saying that I don't think it does your soul any good to wish harm on anyone. I'm glad 2 people I look up to are taking the side of compassion rather than malice. And it was Lex Friedman and Elon Musk said that they hope that President Trump gets better. And I posted that, and a couple of the people that had commented on that were just like, I hope he dies. Like, oh my God. When Biden it came out earlier this year, something was wrong with former President Biden, and I was like, I hope he gets better. I hope he gets the treatment he needs. And every single one of my friends on the right was just like, me too. That commented anyway. I'm sure there's a couple people, but anyway, I just hope that compassion takes. I hope that compassion overtakes all of us, and we're all a little bit nicer to each other. Anyway, Fidelity and Bitwise have bought $238.7 million worth of Bitcoin. Bananas. So, okay, there's me. September burns, you had 26,412,862 OMI burned via Stacker. That was great. Netflix is in trouble. Hope Netflix green lights me for this. And I think that's going to be it. That is it. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say goodbye to Dashi. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.